972. Want to send me a text? Yay or nay on Limp Bizkit coming back? We're getting another shot, right?
I'm for it.
I mean, I was never into them really that much in the first place, but Wes Borland is a really talented guy, and, you know, they got some bangers.
They do have some bangers. I'm going to go see them.
Enough to do a headline spot at a festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? There are a lot of people who listen to this show, and thank you, who are not in our immediate listening area.
But how is that even possible, Alan?
I'm glad you asked. There's simply no way to know.
But if there were.
Through the magic of modern technology, we have a digital application. It is called the iHeartRadio application. Ding! And we have people all throughout North America, the United States of America, the United States of Mexico, the United States of Canada.
Canada of America.
Who, the United Mexicans of Canada can listen to the show wherever. Corey listens in Sterling Heights, which is outside Detroit, of course. Manny actually hit me up. I've been saying Wamama, Florida, and he hit me up and said it's technically pronounced...
Wamama. Is it pronounced Wamama?
No, it's pronounced Why-Mama.
What?
He said, I have no idea why. Why-Mama, Florida.
That's the new Wimp Trisket song.
Wimp Trisket.
Yeah.
Why-Mama. Stephen is in Hermitage, Tennessee. That's Nashville Metro. Another Stephen is in Jensen Beach, Florida. Doug is in Carlsbad, New Mexico. And we have a lot of bureau chiefs in Alaska. We have them in Juneau. We have them in Anchorage.
I was in Anchorage.
We do.
So all these people that are listening on the iHeartRadio application have to listen when the show is live, right?
Oh, no, Bill. They can listen anytime they like.
How is that possible?
Well,
my mind is blown right now.
Something called on demand, where if you demand it, it's there. You say, I demand that I be able to listen to the show anytime I like, and we accommodate that demand. Yeah, so we've got a lot of people in Alaska, and I only mention that because it's wood stove registration season.
Oh, is that happening already?
Yeah, it was coming up. I knew it was coming up.
We had a wood stove outside in my teenage years, and I'd have to go in the middle of the night and put wood in it.
Did you register it?
It was out. That's up to my dad. And knowing him, probably not.
There was a dude that they just rescued from way up in Alaska. Did you see that story? Been out stranded for a month, living in whatever place he was living in, off the grid. But he put cardboard into his wood stove, and it sparked the whole place up. So this guy's been trying to not die up there. He had some canned foods and stuff, but he was drawing huge SOSs in the snow. And anyway, for our listeners in Alaska, and maybe this is applicable to people around here, what do I know? Wood stove registration season is upon us, and you know what that means?
Pill bugs.
Well, I assume it means you got to register your wood stove.
Do you have to register your firearms up there?
No, only if you keep your ammo in the wood stove. You got to make
not
sure.
Not a safe place to keep it.
Well, they know what they're doing up there in Alaska. You know, you got to give it up for people who survive in adverse conditions like that.
Super Gundurina up there.
There's a lot of Super Gundurina up there. People who live in a place that has a lot of inclement weather like Alaska, or people who are up in the Northwest Territories of Canada. You know, I liken it to people who grind it out day after day, in a huge city. People who battle adversity for whatever they got to do.
Or diversity, whatever they're doing.
Or diversity.
Battle that diversity.
Diversity and adversity.
Keep things segregated.
They are, well, Bill.
What?
I'm going to let you handle that one.
What?
But if you have a wood stove, you have to register your wood stove up there.
With who?
Well,
with whom?
With the Alaska Department of Environmental Conservation, the ADEC, if you will, is what I like to call them. When I'm talking to one of our Alaskan listeners, I go, "How's it going with ADEC?"
I think.
And they go, "It's a deck, doy." I go, "Oh,
why, Mama?"
I think after Las Vegas, my roommates are going to go to Alaska instead of Hawaii.
Dude, it's great.
Well,
so they said, what can we go that would be the most exact opposite of Hawaii?
Well,
dude, Alaska. When I was in Anchorage, April of last year, it was exactly like it was here.
Yeah.
It was 40 and sunny. It wasn't bad at all.
Well, they said they were planning on going to Hawaii after Vegas, but apparently they can't take their cats. Their cats have to be quarantined for like 3 months because they're a rabies-free state, and to make sure they don't have rabies, they have
What
to
is?
Hawaii is.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what
They want to be a rabies-free state.
No, they are. So
How do you eradicate rabies in an entire state on an island?
I guess probably like that.
Multiple islands.
I mean,
quarantine
we thought we
animals
had polio's ass kicked too, but apparently that's coming back.
Well, I'm saying I think they quarantine all the animals and test them and make sure. But
That's what I mean. The ones they find.
Okay, but
Yeah.
from what they tested, they're rabies free, so they're trying to keep it that way.
So no such regulations in Alaska for that. You got to register your wood
they're
stove, just
landlocked.
not your cat.
I don't think you have regulations for that there. I mean, they're paying people to go to that state, so I mean, they'll
Right.
take,
So true.
It's the Wild West. You know, that's how you get people out there.
It was beautiful.
So they wanna
You get a
go.
cut of that petrol money.
How long was your flight though?
Well, it's the same. Actually, it was shorter to Alaska than it was to Hawaii. I flew to Chicago both times. Or no, I flew to Seattle the first time. To Alaska. Seattle, and then to Anchorage from there. I flew to Chicago and then to Maui. That was like a 14-hour flight.
Oh, I couldn't be on a.
I slept the whole time. I had my whole. I
hate people that are able to sleep on planes. I can't
had the
sleep.
whole row to myself. My entire flight to Hawaii. I slept almost the entire time.
I fall asleep before we've even taken
Me
off.
too. I sleep on
hate
planes.
you
Sometimes
people.
I can sleep, and sometimes I can't. On my flights to and from Vegas, didn't sleep at all.
I've
I'm
tried.
like on the hour flight to Chicago, I'll pass out. I'm instantly. Same
Sometimes
thing
I do that. Like,
Same thing in the car though, which is why if I'm on a road trip with another comic or something, I have to drive because I tell them I'm like, unless you're cool doing this by yourself, I will pass out immediately if I'm in the passenger seat. I'm no good at that.
And even quicker, she's driving. You want to know how stupid I am?
Ready?
Bill, I don't even think I realized that Alaska was connected.
really?
To
So
the-
it's an
what?
island?
I thought that
Yeah,
maybe
it's
it was
connected to Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yes.
can drive there.
Seward's Folly, right?
You thought Alaska was an island?
Saying it out loud, I can't confirm that I thought it was an island, but I don't even know if I thought it was connected.
To what?
The
To
mainland.
anything?
I mean, well, because Hawaii's connected. We all know that. But Alaska, I don't know. I'm looking at this map and I'm like, wait a second. Maybe I didn't realize it was connected by so many
Much land?
square miles. Yeah,
it's,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a giant piece of land.
One
Yes, it
third
is.
of the size of the United States.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's
Yeah.
of the
You could
contiguous.
fit like
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm
a
looking
bunch
right
of
at
Texas in it.
it.
yeah.
I see.
Well, that's
Yeah.
when they say Texas is the biggest state. It's like no, Alaska is a third of. The
Who says
entire
Texas is the biggest state?
No, when like
Dummies.
everything's
Mouth
bigger
breathers.
in Texas, yada yada yada. That they're like, well, yeah, except it isn't. Like,
Everything's bigger in Alaska.
It's
Yeah.
the biggest on like I guess
colder.
the continental U.S.,
Yes.
but not the
And the
biggest.
Super
in-
Gundorina is bigger there than ever.
yeah.
I think that's why my roommate wants to go. He likes
Super
stuff like that.
Gundorina?
The Super Gundorina?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I get to like treat these people. It's gonna be
I mean,
fun.
that's good. He should feel that way if he's a traveling nurse. He wants to treat people, but it's like its own special strain.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to go because they go for like the adventure, like, ooh, we're gonna go to a new place and sightsee and stuff like that. I go, are there gay clubs there? Are there hot guys there? Like,
There's
people.
10 to 1 men to women.
Yeah, but like, there's nobody I would want to bang.
They're husky, burly Alaskan men. They
That's
look like
I don't
men.
I don't like that.
He
Oh, you
wants
like twinks?
Twinks.
Not necessarily twinks, but like I don't want the lumberjack necessarily. Not all the time. I don't want that to be all my options.
Well, there's other
I would
guys,
like,
but that's
I would
most
like
of them.
a bear, a
lot of
lumberjack,
tweaky-looking guys, too,
a
though.
daddy.
I was going to say, it's
twink.
probably either bears or tweakers.
Yeah.
Mostly tweakers, but tweakers that are
Or
bears.
indigenous peoples. Inuit,
Yeah.
you know?
There's no gay clubs out there.
You don't
Ain't
know that?
Nothing I can do. There ain't nothing I can do.
There are gay clubs everywhere now. I guarantee you there's a gay club in Anchorage.
Maybe.
Playing
Yeah.
your anchor in acreage.
You know what I mean?
The Moose Caboose.
Yeah, it's called the Pipeline.
The oil rig. Come on in.
Anchorage Gay Club. The Raven, Mad Myrna's, Darwin's Theory, the top 10 best gay bars in Anchorage.
There's 10.
No, there's more than 10. The top 10.
Good.
Darwin's
more there than there are
Theory,
here.
the Timeout Lounge, the Raven. It's not just a landmark. It is the gay bar at the northernmost point in the world.
I want to
There you
do.
go.
So you take your northernmost point, and walk it right into the Raven.
I want to do Russians to like get in a little boat and just like go across, just to go to a gay club. They're like, this is what it's like. Finally.
When I did that festival there, one of the taglines of the festival was "Come see Russia from our backyard," and I thought that was really clever and cute.
And Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Alan, Poundcake's punishment should be drinking a mustard and onion juice smoothie.
The Halsey special.
Since you're the Halsey special. Since you're so dismissive of Halsey between the onions and the mustard. Who the hell is that? What the hell was that?
That was me. I don't know.
Bill, my
something
goodness.
brewing in the old gullet.
He hears mustard. Yeah, come on.
You all right?
He hears mustard
A
and
little
onions.
slow.
and it's
Yeah, I
all-
get all worked up over here.
Grab
You'll feel how firm it is.
Don't do it again.
Would you like to sniff my
I
testicles?
start to trust you.
I'm sorry?
I said, just when I start to trust you again. Stop, dude.
It's like half a second
It's
long.
disgusting. It makes my skin crawl and I get goosebumps.
Nevertheless.
Ugh, I don't like the sound. It makes me, like, my mouth is watering right now. I had saliva because I'm going to throw up.
Really?
Oh, you get that thing in the back of
Yes,
your throat.
I'm
Oh.
telling
Like it
you.
tastes like
even when
metal
I
in your
just
mouth?
Comes
hear
up like
it,
nickels.
yes.
And if we
And
talk about
my
it
whole
more,
mouth just fills with saliva. Like, don't do it, Alan.
No, I'm not going to play
See
that.
your hand.
No. Tell me how this, though. Bill, that's Bill's, okay?
Don't play any throw up.
Hold on. Because if it's comical, does it affect you the same way?
That's different because it doesn't sound real.
But it is real.
It's so over the top.
Oh, well, that's my question. I combined a real person throwing up, and I merely embellished it with a little bit of a splat. But it's 90% legit.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Don't play it again. Come on. That one's not as bad, but I really don't like it.
But that's a full vomit clip as opposed to Bill's.
Because that's, I guess,
half a
because his is
sec-
like actually, I can picture him throwing up in a trash can.
Oh,
He's
'cause-
sitting
'cause
right
you know
there.
it.
I know
It's
what
right
he's
there.
like. It's this trash can
Yeah.
that's directly behind me.
So it's just because you know him.
Probably.
So
Don't-
you're more
just don't
affected
do it
by
again.
someone who you know is vomiting.
I don't like vomit at all. I don't like throw up.
But I just played that clip for you, and you
That's,
had no.
I honestly didn't know that was real. I thought that was fake. Stop.
Alan, did Poundcake just say that Texas is the biggest state in the continental U.S.? I think he meant the lower 40.
Yeah, lower
Yes.
40.
Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, what do you think I meant?
Contiguous is the word you wanted.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, sorry, guys.
Alan, if Poundcake tried to hook up with an Alaskan guy who was indigenous, he'd ask if he was Inuit. Listen, I see your Alaskan indigenous peoples joke, and I raise you. I don't know what. But it is time to register your wood stove if you're somebody who's living up there and listening to us. And I've had friends that have taken Alaskan cruises, and they say
They hated it.
is no.
It's
They said it's
beautiful,
an
dude.
otherworldly experience.
It's unbelievable.
I guess I just picture people like in their parkas on the deck of a
It's
ship,
so
and it looks.
cold.
like it. No, it really wasn't. I said I went there in April,
Right.
and it was 40 degrees.
But you went to one part of it.
I went to Anchorage. I went to one of the major cities there. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I wasn't way up north. I was in one of the southernmost parts of Alaska, but still, it's not like a frozen tundra everywhere you go all year round.
And I assume you couldn't build a business off of Alaskan cruises if people were freezing on them. So there has to be some, and the way things are going, man,
It's
you're
all
going
going to melt anyway.
It's going to be 70 degrees on these things. The Alaskan economy is going to go through the roof. Right?
right.
Thanks, Obama.
But is it going to be as scenic if all the mountains are melted and stuff? All the snow on the mountains is all gone.
Yeah.
Still going to be pretty
It's
nice
really-
looking.
it's really pretty.
I want to go up there. I've always wanted to go to Alaska.
Well, there's
Do
enough room
it.
for all of us.
Where?
Do it.
Oh, in Alaska. There's enough room for all. You mean all four of us could fit in Alaska?
I mean, like,
Are you sure?
all of
Hold on.
Ohio, all of Indiana, all of Chicago, we could all
Yeah, that's true.
live there and not be on top of each
All
other.
of Ohio, Indiana, and Chicago. We could all fit there. And we wouldn't be on top of each other.
We would
But you'd
not.
end up wanting to be on top of somebody. Okay, how about this?
Your mother's in here with his cash. Would you like to leave a message? I see that she gets it.
If that's true, then you must know my mother's maiden name. What is it?
No.
Now that's when the devil vomits all over Father Karras.
No.
Green pea soup all on his eyebrows and lashes. No?
It's real, like people throwing, like I said, Bill throwing up into the trash
It has to be a
can.
deep, guttural
Or like
thing.
when I said, like,
From
if I
the
had
bowels
friends,
of Hades.
If I had friends who were throwing up drunk, I can't be the one to go hold your hair back because I'll throw up over you into the toilet as well. Like, I just have
Is
never
it the
been that
sound?
person.
Is it the smell?
It's
Is
all
it
of
the,
it.
all
I
of
hate
it?
throwing up.
All
when
of
I'm
it.
like, and even when I was drinking, I never threw up because
You never made yourself do it.
No, I would.
So
Sometimes
cathartic.
I would. Well, yeah, and you'd feel a hell of a lot better the next
Yes.
day. I would like dry heave, hungover all the time.
That's worse.
It's so
Yeah.
much worse. But that's how much I hate throwing up. Where I'm like, I'm not gonna throw up tonight. Like I will not
How can
do
you
it.
stop yourself when you have that feeling?
I just
you
won't
can
do it.
control
So
it, like
then
the
you're
breathing.
also lying to Alan right now when you're saying that you'll throw up if you keep listening to him play that clip because you won't throw up.
Oh, he just got you.
No, I
he
will
got
stop.
You.
I hate throwing up.
He got you.
You'll stop it. but
I'll
you-
try to stop it. I
you
can't
won't-
promise that I will.
I'm just feel like there's a test in order.
I'm not. No, I'm not gonna. You're not gonna make me. No.
Sherlock Bill just peeled the whole thing back.
Whatever.
He just revealed your facade for what it is.
I hate throwing up. I hate hearing it. I hate being around it. Even when I had the stomach flu,
Well,
I knew.
being throw up enthusiasts like me and Alan, we're just very taken aback.
On New Year's Eve night, I knew at about 2 a.m. when my stomach started hurting and I felt it in my throat, I was like, I know I'm going to vomit. And I held off until about 5 in the morning when my body woke me up and was like, you need to go throw up right now.
When Bill came in here that day and he was gonna puke, and we moved the thing over, and I couldn't see him because he did most of the show lying on the floor. But he came in
half, yeah.
like a trooper, and I wish that I had been able to watch him vomit because it would have been hilarious.
No.
It sounded hilarious.
Watching people throw up is funny to
The
you?
reason the clip that I have of him is so short is that I couldn't stop laughing.
So gross.
So
I hate all of it. See, I don't even like thinking of it. It comes out your nose, your eyes are watering. It's just, oh.
my ex-wife told me,
You're doing it wrong if you're getting it out your nose.
No, like your nose runs? My
I mean,
nose
your
runs.
nose
and it's,
but you're not
yeah.
puking out your nose.
well, it comes out of your nose.
Yeah,
Sure,
for
it's all,
sure
it's all the
does.
same tube.
For sure it
I mean,
does. It splashes back into your face. Oh, it's so
well, no,
gross.
that's when
about
you're doing
aim.
something.
You're
You're not.
throwing up into the toilet.
You're not supposed to put your nose into the water.
I'm not putting my nose in the toilet. You have your hand on your head, like your elbow on your forehead, and you're throwing up in with your face on
Sounds
the
like you
toilet.
need to just practice the way you throw up.
How do you throw up? You
I
stand
don't-
up over the toilet and hope?
Well, you don't splash it back onto your own face.
I'm saying it's happened where you're laying on the toilet with your head down and you just and it oh god.
My ex-wife told me a story of when she was a kid and was real sick, and her sisters and mom were kind of that way too, and she and her sister were in bunk beds or something, and my ex-wife was the oldest of her sisters, and she puked, and her younger sister heard it and saw it. She puked. Her mom came in to help. She puked.
Yeah.
And then her dad walks in and goes, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Right.
It's just, it was a domino effect
Yeah.
of people vomiting in his house. I'm like, I would have loved to have seen that.
My niece had a really bad fever last year and we took her into the ER. And there was another sick little kid who just all over the ER, and the smell.
Little kids,
I felt
when they
because he
don't-
had no clue.
Yeah,
he was sitting
he just
down,
sitting there.
stood straight up.
Just looking you in the eye, then all of a sudden,
Well, he was like sitting on his next to his mom, and he stood straight up, had that face, and then just all over. And he started crying. He didn't know what was going on, but even that, like the smell, seeing it, hearing it, I got up and I walked outside. I was like, I can't be the second child.
I went to Catholic school, K through 12. There's not a lot of turnover in Catholic school. You're going to class with the same kids, K through 12. And I got sick in the first grade on my desk. We used to have placemats on our desk, right? And I didn't feel well. To this day, I don't even know what it was because I wasn't prone to throwing up as a kid. And I raised my hand and I go, I don't feel so well. And the teacher goes, just put your head down. And I put my head down. And then I looked up a little bit later on. I was like, could I be excused? And I went all over. And I was mocked by my classmates for years
sure.
after that.
Poor
Because
kid.
nobody was leaving. So everybody in that class I grew up with into and they'd be like, hey, Alan, I don't feel so. I was the puke kid from first grade on. I was the
I
vomit
feel bad
kid.
for kids because little kids have no clue what's happening to their body. They don't know why they feel that way or what's going on, and they're just poor little souls.
Alan, that's just the hoarder coming out in Mary. She won't even get rid of the alcohol in her body.
That's how much of an alcoholic I was. Keep it in.
I gotta keep this in because I
Keep
might
the
need it later
buzz.
on. Make Mary puke for the polar blast
No.
punishment.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's so much worse.
I want the runny mascara
That's
and the
exactly
whole
what.
bit.
If you guys made me dress up like an '80s woman and then watch a puke supercut, that's what you would have blue mascara in my eyes.
No. Okay, tell you what. We're going to
for
make
it.
you dress up as an 80s woman and watch a vomit supercut. That will be in the Hall of Fame of Polar Blast. That could possibly
Be the
supplant
best, yes.
the shock collar pound cake. Dressing up like an 80s woman and watching a vomit supercut.
It would be so bad.
So demented. I
Dude,
love
I
it.
hate throwing up.